Hello. Hi, Big Monk. And anybody else who ends up watching this. Is this working? Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just gonna do a dungeon, just to show you this and talk about it and give you my thoughts, and might throw this up on YouTube so you can see it at your own time. This is not the first time I've attempted to record this. The previous dungeons were broken, to say the least, and also my audio didn't work. So, what a bummer. Oh, yeah. This one was the bugged one. But anyways, I'll talk until it inevitably breaks and stops and we have to quit. So, oh, weird sound effects here. Yeah, this one had weird sound effects too. Let's see, just reduce these down. It's gotta be one of them. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. You'll see I got weak auras, made only one because frankly, there's only one thing that I'm having a struggle with at this point, and that's remembering to use Renewing Mist on cooldown, which has all of a sudden gained really high importance, right? With the whole Vivify mess. Making sure that I'm applying this Mystic Touch. The Mystic Touch thing, I don't know. It feels like just something you do for maintenance. Right, like I can see in a Mythic Plus, you're not gonna do anything with it. You're just gonna roll in, spinning, like you're just gonna do this. You're just gonna do this. This is how it's gonna be. Roll in, spinning crane kick. You applied it, walk out, turn around, and heal. That's what it is. Really not compelling. Seems like something that was meant for a Windwalker or a Brewmaster, but they just got rolled in with the. Done that. Just got rolled in with the Mistweaver. This boss. Anyways, so these are the talents that I'm running. Jade Serpent Statue, Mist Trap. I mean, you might have noticed it really hadn't. It's actually very similar. There's not much difference at all, other than the fact that you really got to remember your Renewing Mists. Here, now using Enveloping Mist, it's quite powerful, but ultimately it doesn't really change much, except for perhaps your DPS is going to go down a bit. You know, on live, you would cast a Enveloping Mist, and it would simply do all the work for you. You could just stop healing and just go DPS. Pants. Cool, I guess. Combat with who? Whatever. But I mean, here, look at this. Enveloping Mist, 7,400. Soothing Mist, 7,500. Same duration, 7 seconds, roughly. So that's not even counting the statue, mind you. Not counting the statue. So it's more like 10,000 with the statue over those 7 seconds. And additionally, not counting the 40%. So it's more like 14,000 over those 7 seconds without considering crit. That's how much you're going to be channeling Soothing Mist, I predict, and how little Enveloping Mist actually is likely to be a super compelling part of this. There is something I figured out though. If you have Essence Font out, I'm really convinced that you should just hard cast the Vivify, because you're gonna get probably 2 more Vivifies. Because the way Soothing Mist works is you start channeling it, and it takes 1 second before it heals it all, and also 1 second before you're able to use any instant casts. Like you can tell. Here, start channeling, slamming the button, only did it then. So you got this weird GCD effect Now, granted, you know, the Soothing Mist is doing healing at the end of that, so it's not like you're wasted your time, and you're actually going to get that Enveloping Mist out faster than you would live because it's 1 second, whereas on live it's like 1.4 second cast, unless you Thunder Focus Tea it. So instead you're going to have 1 second, then you cast it, but then you get a 1.5 GCD. And here, Enveloping Mist, just channeling, he's full, he's staying full, there's nothing that's going to bring him down while I'm doing that. But man, am I bad at remembering. On live, in dungeons, the whole Empowered Vivify thing wasn't really the most compelling reason to use Renewing Mist. With the level of mastery that I had, it was getting that mastery proc, really. It was the reason why I used Renewing Mist quite a bit. And so I would save it until somebody was hurt enough to mandate using it, which is not what we're going to be doing now. Because now it's, you know, not even going to heal. But at any rate, back to my point. You have a situation where everybody just took damage and you're using Essence Font and then going for the double mastery procs with Vivify. I'm convinced that you should just hardcast the Vivify because you'll get at least 2 more during that Essence Font buff window. And it's not like Vivify is bad. I mean, look at his, well, I now have the proc, so it's a bit higher than it would be. It's 3,000 and 1,700 with the proc on anybody, 1,700 on anybody who had Renewing Mist, which I'm once again really bad at. So really, Soothing Mist isn't going to change gameplay all that much. It's I'm just going to throw it out there, a 100% single target spot heal thing. If you actually have to heal many different people rapidly, you're just going to be playing exactly the same as you would be on live. Target swapping quickly, casting Vivify. It seems like the idiot boss where it just goes around the room and you'd have to be really dumb to stand in the way of it and get killed. It's like, this is a stupid test. And then, oh, it's gonna go across. Oh no. But nope, back around. Does it always go across at the same point? Oh, it does. That's dumb. It'll probably move faster on Mythic. This is, of course, normal. I mean, all the changes sounded really fancy on paper, but when you actually get down to it, they're really not that much. You know? The Thunder Focus Tea change is a bit big. The Enveloping Mist now being incredibly powerful. Upfront healing. The Renewing Mist being confusingly useless. Because what it does, you're casting that Renewing Mist anyways. It's going on cooldown. So you're getting the first 20 seconds regardless of you Thunder Focus Tea'd it. So really the benefit of Thunder Focus Tea is only in the latter 20 seconds. The end of the 20 seconds. And so you have to predict, I guess, 20 seconds out when you're going to want 4 Renewing Mists out. Because with using it on that, you will for a very brief moment, I think like 4 seconds is how they mathed it out. You will for about 4 seconds have 4 Renewing Mists out if you used that. And of course, if you consistently used Renewing Mist on cooldown for the rest of the time, right? Gotta go ahead and apply the debuff. Maintenance. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. But, you know, whatever. I suppose it's better than not having it, I guess. In a sense. weirdest noises in this dungeon. Well, whatever. You can just listen to my voice for the rest of it. It's not much longer till it got to the bug. Is that room over there? But whatever. Perfectly fine. Because, I mean, I can pretty much finish up my review right now. For the baseline Mistweaver, obviously you have some changes. For example, here's my only piece of Azurite armor. And, oh, what the hell is that? Oh yeah, that's a cool thing. Swirls around, boss comes out. Only piece of Azurite armor. Your enveloping mist heals the target for 179 each time they take damage. That can be obviously horrible if you're fighting a giant raid boss who only hits once every second. It's kind of worthless. But if you're in Mythic Plus, obviously amazing. Because you have packs of mobs just wailing on the tank. Put it on the tank, it's going to make enveloping mist heal for like twice as much as it otherwise would. So, when I say here are my opinions of the unmodified Mistweaver, that's what I mean. It's the same. Remember enveloping mist. Remember renewing mist more. If you're single target healing or spot healing, you're gonna hit soothing mist. Otherwise, you're never gonna press soothing mist. And does these go through? Oh, those go right through those. Crap. I thought that was the point of the pillars. Can I stop him? Sweet. Oh god. Wow, that got lucky. Now I know what the point of the pillars was. To catch you when you're dumb. Oh boy. So it's the same. You know, the Vivify thing, that's not going to be compelling difference in gameplay because you're just going to get used to remembering to cast Renewing Mist. This, I'd hardly even call it an extra button. They took away power from Enveloping Mist and put it into Soothing Mist, which is clear. I mean, look at this. 7,400 for Enveloping Mist, with talent, mind you, which you wouldn't take in raids. 7,500 from Soothing Mist. So, plus, you know, Jade Super Statue maybe. I said this. And so that's actually good for raids because you never used Enveloping Mist in a raid because it always overhealed and was completely worthless. And now you don't have to worry about that mana because if you need to give just a little bit of healing, but you don't want to use a Vivify or for some reason, maybe it's only one person hurt, maybe you don't have to Enveloping Mist them. You don't have to worry about wasting that mana. You just throw out this almost free channel and you're healing. So that's actually kind of a benefit. A little bit of a buff to our mana efficiency on single target. But is that really going to change anything? These are essentially, you know, minor balances. I think we... Oh yeah, this is the part where it breaks? I think we're just about to the part at where it breaks. We're looking for an orb or something. These spawn infinitely. So it's really going to be fairly similar. This is compelling talent, I think. It it's better than Rising Thunder. It's more interesting. I believe that. Especially since, you know, the whole Thunder Focus T changes really, I feel, makes Rising Thunder, if it existed, less compelling. I don't know what the hell we're doing other than pulling everything. It's just not going to work anyways. But otherwise, it's going to be the same. So my review, really, as of the current beta, obviously, is that if you liked it on Legion, you're going to like it here. Because it's the only thing they did, really, was balance numbers. Being realistic, that's it. People are leaving now. Tank left, so I'm going to take my leave as well before I get killed. So all they did was effectively balance numbers, balance the way that you healed, and that's sort of disappointing on the grounds that there's nothing new, nothing shiny. So if you hated Legion Mistweaver, if you had problems with Legion Mistweaver, you're gonna have those same problems here. Like, I had problems with Legion Mistweaver. I found it comically boring in raids, like really trivial. Especially when you compared it to the likes of Disc Priest and all those other interesting ones, Resto Shaman. And so many more interesting mechanics like Cloudburst Totem. Hell, even Chain Heal was more interesting mechanics because you had to target the lowest health person to maximize your mastery effectiveness. That's at least something. Mistweaver, you literally just casted whatever on whoever and it just worked and you did good heals. Pretty much. Use your manatee at the right time and you win. You win the Mistweaver game. I don't know, that was my experience. Obviously I didn't Mythic Raid, you did. So you know better. But when I tell you that they put a lot of extra power into the Soothing Mist, keep in mind the low mana cost. This is how fast, given no other external circumstances. Pretty good for something that's nearly free. And then I had a Mastery proc in there somewhere near the end, Gust of Mist for 2,000. About 10% of my life. And that's it. So that's my review. If you liked it in Legion, you're going to like it here. If you didn't like it in Legion, you're going to have almost the same problems again. This is no difference. This is mildly amusing. And Soothing Mist is simply fixing what Enveloping Mist had wrong with it. And that's it. Well, I know this was a long one. Don't even know if you made it here to the end, but that's how I feel. I'm probably gonna check out the Discipline Priest. So I will see you later.